Hello you guys. Oh my goodness, you don't know how excited I am to be doing this video right now. I have been wanting to do a YouTube video for such a long time. I feel like I never had the, well, not that I didn't have the time, I just feel like I never made the time to film a longer form content. So I'm happy to be here, but today I'm actually gonna be showing you guys how to do a simple look, but I want to focus mainly on the blending, kind of like real time. I will fast forward here and there or cut out some pieces, just or leave some pieces out, but I just want to focus mainly on the blending. We're gonna be doing neutrals as like an easy, like everyday, and then maybe smoke it out a little bit, just a tiny bit, nothing crazy. That is what I want to focus on today. So I'm gonna bring you guys in, and then I'm gonna show you the blending process, the eyeshadow process, and maybe later I want to do another video on blending colorful shades, like blending, like using different colors on the eyeshadow, like how my colorful looks. I kind of want to do something like that, but a little bit more, since I'm like for YouTube, I kind of want to make it a little bit more educational, you know, because I feel like over on TikTok, you guys know, I'm so used to like going, like I always go live, but I'm used to, like, if I'm saying something, like I'm interacting with you guys, it's like kind of like real time, like I say something and you guys comment back or whatever, you guys give me feedback. And right now it's kind of like I feel so weird because I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to myself in a way, because I don't have any, you know, you guys aren't saying anything. So yeah, I'm excited to be here, and this is hopefully the first video back, and this is, I wanna like start doing like more YouTube videos, so hopefully I get to do that. And yeah, like I said, first we're gonna start with something neutral. Maybe next video we'll do a little bit more colorful, and then I want to do also another one doing a black smoky eye. I'm excited for that one, and I hope you guys are too. And if you guys have any other suggestions, make sure you guys leave them down below. Leave a comment. Make sure you guys like, I would appreciate you guys if you guys would give it a thumbs up, maybe put a comment, and yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, and let's see how this goes. Let me bring you guys in closer, and then let's get started. Okay guys, this might be a little too close, but I just really want you to see what I'm doing and the blending process and everything. So for my eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is what I'm gonna be using on my eyelids, and I use the shade 20B Light. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that, and I'm gonna apply it on both of my eyelids, and then I'm gonna start blending it with a brush, which I just use a little concealer brush. I'm gonna be tapping it and blending everything out. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow palette right here. This is the Moira Let's Get Carried Away palette. This is what it looks like. I've been loving these Moira eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. Look how pretty and gorgeous. I'm gonna go in with the browns right here. So those are the shades that I'm gonna be using to do our eyeshadow look today. I'm gonna be going in with a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm gonna grab let's go in with this shade right here. This is in the shade Vibing, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit on my brush. This is what we have. Now I'm gonna obviously tap off any excess that it might have, because you don't want to go in with a lot. It is better to go in with a little bit and start blending it than going with a lot and having to take off. So I'm gonna go in with that, just a little bit, blending it on my crease up here. So I'm slowly gonna be starting to grab more, and then obviously tapping the brush from any excess that it might have. So this is what we have. It's not a big difference, it's a little, but this is our transition shade. Slowly going in with more, depending on what type of look you want to do. You could leave it like this and then add a little bit of a shimmer on the lid, and then you're good to go if you want something very, very subtle. But obviously we want to do a little bit more, so we want to go a little bit more smokier. So I'm going to add a little bit more, blending out, going back and forth, doing circular motions back and forth, whatever technique you guys want to use. So I'm going to go in. Sometimes I do go all the way in to my inner corner. Sometimes there's times where I do blend it up to the corner of my brow, the inner corner of my brow. It just depends what you want. And I'm just keeping it right here, right on the crease. I'm not going either more up, more down. I'm just leaving it strictly on the crease. And then when I do have the intensity that I want, I'm slowly gonna start blending it upwards. I'm not gonna dip my brush again to the eyeshadow. Whatever I have left, that is it. That is all I'm using. And I'm gonna start blending it upwards. I'm gonna blend it all the way to my brow bone, a little bit all the way to my brow, almost all the way to my brow. You see that blend? Looks very seamless. Now we're gonna go in with the darker shade. For the darker shade, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. This is in the shade Funcation. So you could go in with the same brush, you could go in with a smaller brush, just because you're getting to the darker shades. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that on the same brush. Just gonna make sure you tap off any excess, and I'm gonna mainly focus it right here on the outer corner. And like I said, I'm not taking this one too far up. The darker you go, the lower and more precise you're gonna be with your shadow. The lighter it is, you could like fluff it up and like take it up here to towards the brow bone. But this is all I'm gonna be doing. Grabbing a little more, tapping off any excess. Going back in. Honestly, I feel like this is all about being like having patience for this. You have to have patience because you have to take your time. You have to be going in with more, slowly making it grabbing a little bit more shadow, making it a little bit deeper before going in with the darkest shade. Okay, so this is what we have. You see it's getting a little bit of smokiness, not quite a lot. It's still like a very wearable daytime eyeshadow look. Now let's go in with a little bit more. You could even grab, and you don't have to tap off any excess. You could just grab and then apply it right on top right here, but you're just gonna want to pat it. You're just gonna want to pat right here, that darker shade. Now go in and tap off any excess and then blend right here, the crease and the outer corner. And then you're gonna add it a little bit on the crease. You're slowly gonna start taking it up to the crease and all the way to your inner corner here. Now I'm just gonna grab a little towel and I'm gonna just clean my brush a little bit, not too much, just so I won't have any excess shadow on the brush. And I'm not gonna add anything, I'm just gonna go over it all the way up here, blending it to my brow bone again, just so I can make sure that it's still seamless and blended. This is what we have going on. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade, which is gonna be this one right here. It's more like a little bit like a reddish brown burgundy sort of type of shade. This one right here, this is in the shade Here I Come, and I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm still using that same brush. I'm still gonna go in with the same brush. I have not used another brush. Now I'm gonna grab that darkest shade and I'm just gonna start tapping it right here, not swiping it, not buffing it. I'm just gonna start tapping that shadow in, just like that. I'm gonna grab a little more. Okay, now I'm gonna clean my brush once again. Now I'm gonna go in and blend the edges. I'm gonna blend that out now. We're getting there. Now, you guys just have to have patience. I promise you guys can get amazing results. You guys could be so good at eyeshadow. You just need to have patience. That's all you have to do. Now, without grabbing any more product, I'm just gonna start taking it in a little bit inward into my inner corner. In this look, I am gonna do a matte look. I'm not gonna add any shimmer. I'm gonna once again clean my brush a little bit just so we could go in and blend all the way to the brow bone. I'm gonna grab that brush. I'm gonna buff out the edges right here. Take it up to the brow bone. And there you go. Now we're gonna add our lid shade, which I am gonna be using a little bit of a fluffy but flat brush. This is the brush that I'm gonna be using. It's a little bit flat but fluffy at the same time. So I'm gonna be grabbing this shade right here, which is called Fun Time. I'm gonna grab that with my brush. I'm gonna be grabbing that with my brush, and then I'm gonna tap off any excess, and I'm gonna start applying it. I'm not cutting the crease. I'm not adding any concealer. You can if you want to, but I feel like for this I am not going to do that. I'm just gonna go in straight with the shadow right on top, right here on the inner corner. I'm not gonna put it all the way back here. I'm just gonna leave it on the first half of my lid. Okay, this is what we have. Now we're gonna go in a little bit with the first shade that we used. I'm gonna use that. Grab a little bit and then just buff the edges, blending the lid shade with the crease shade with the outer corner. Grab a little more and take it up to the crease. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of liner, just a super thin line, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna go in with this liner right here. This is the Wet n Wild Skinny Proof. I think it's Skinny Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is the break proof. There is two versions of this. They have the regular size, and then this is the skinny one. This one has the like super thin liner. So I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm just gonna grab, literally I'm just gonna stamp it on my lid. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so this is what we have going on right now. Now I'm going to go in with mascara. For the mascara, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. This is what it looks like. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this. Let me first curl my lashes super quick. Okay, you guys, so now I'm going to go in with the lashes, and for the lashes I'm going to be using these. These are from Peter Loves Makeup, and these are my friend's business. So these are in the style Joy. I don't know if you can see that. These are in the style Joy. They're so pretty. I know it's like a little bit hard to see it with the holographic background, so let me show you what they look like. They're super pretty. I'm gonna be using these for today just because I like this little, I like how it flares out and it's longer on the edge, on the outer corner, so that's what I want on the eye. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kiss Lash Glue, I'm gonna be using my tweezers, which I always use tweezers. I feel like it's so much easier to apply your lashes with tweezers and then with your fingers. I mean, it's just personal preference. It's pretty easy with the tweezers. I feel like it's easier to grab and hold on to than your fingers. Especially if I have nails, I feel like that's even harder. But I'm gonna apply the glue, and now I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bit tacky. I'm gonna let it dry a little, just so it could be easier to apply on my eye. Because if you go on straight with the glue not being tacky or a little bit dry, I feel like when you apply it, it just slip and slides everywhere. And when you do actually wait a little bit, a couple of like 30 seconds for it to get a little tacky, you could like put it on right away and it sticks pretty well. So that's what I'm gonna be waiting for a little bit. Okay, this is what it's looking like. You see how it's kind of like getting already kind of dried. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna look down to my mirror. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna place it like basically right on top of my natural lashes, and then push inward, lay them on my lashes, and then push in. And then after I do that, I just grab the tweezers and just squeeze. And this is what it looks like. Super easy. It looks, I swear, lashes make the biggest difference. Like, the eyeshadow was looking a little plain just because I decided to do a matte. It still looks very pretty, super simple, but the lashes give it something else. They just take it there, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. So let me finish the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the eyes are giving, and now I'm gonna go in with my base, but I want to do a separate video on the base, so I think I'm just gonna do my base and then come back. I know this is gonna be a super short video, but I just really wanted to focus on mainly the eyes. I am gonna do, like I said, a separate video for the base. So let me go on and do my base, and I'll be right back to show you guys how it looks with everything completed. So I'll be right back. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video, and I hope at least one of you learned anything, at least one thing from this video. I'm happy with that, but I feel like I'm just like very, I don't know how to explain things that well. I feel like sometimes I get like I don't know what to say. I get like tongue-tied and stuff. So it is a little bit hard for me to explain. But I hope I helped some of you guys. And if this was helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it if you guys would tell me, like, what do I need to work on? Like, do I need to be a little bit closer? I need to take more time explaining things, or you know, let me know what I could work on. Maybe the lighting, I don't know, let me know. Comment anything you guys want in the comments, to be honest. It's okay, I'll be reading you guys. Also, don't forget, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That helps me so much, especially right now that I'm barely starting on my YouTube. That reaction, the comments, the thumbs up helps me so much. And also don't forget to subscribe if you guys aren't already. I really appreciate you guys being here and taking the time to watch this video. I would see you guys, in case you guys want to follow me on TikTok, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, because I do go live there every day, except like on weekends. That's like when I get to like film like these type of videos, or I'm gonna start filming these type of videos. So make sure you guys follow me there. I do go live pretty late. If you guys like late night lives, make sure you guys join. Obviously I do my makeup on live, and it's fun because I get to interact with you guys like on like real time. So yeah, we always have fun there in the TikTok. I'll leave the link to my TikTok in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see you girls on the next one. Bye bye.